a cat.
Oh my God, there's a cat in here. Holy fuck, how'd that happen?
He doesn't care.
No, he's not playing along.
All right, fine.
I think we can just call it there and be done.
And that's this week's Kvetch.
And that's a wrap.
Bye.
Yeah.
Well, it's been, I don't even know. What the hell happened last week?
I mean, do you want to start with ICE murdering 2 more innocent people? Do you want to start with there's now a push that we should just get the Moda Center done and worry about everything else later movement? Do we want to talk about how the PPA
Ballot?
signature getting has some lawsuits it might face because people are saying the paid signature gatherers were misrepresenting, even on the paperwork, what the petition actually is stating?
We could talk about the Parkos ESD, the Enhanced Service District, and today's committee. It's Tuesday. And everyone talking about there's a hooker on every corner and people are criming everywhere and we need enhanced service districts so we can have more security so there's not as many hookers. And do you know there's a hooker on every corner and there's crime and there's trash and I have to step over waste on the street. And do you know there's hookers?
I'm aware that there have been hookers. I used to live at fucking Prescott and 75th. Okay.
Well, do you know that if we have more security guards, there'll be less hookers?
Well, the hookers will be busier.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, because
and it's only for that one commercial avenue with Sandy Boulevard. So then they'll just move a block or two away and just shove all them homeless peoples over there. Oh, get rid of the poor.
Well, that's always the answer, is make it somebody else's problem. We just don't want it here.
Yeah, that meeting finished at like 5:15 or so. That's where I was like, I am ready when you are. But yes, we can talk about all of those things.
4-hour-long workshop today. I'm grateful for that for a change.
We can talk about all of that, and we can talk about the fact that once again, Portland Passive makes sure that nothing actually fucking happens.
There are a couple things coming up City Council tomorrow and Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow are the 2 competing proposals on how to fund frontline workers and some public safety stuff. One
Agenda
is
4 and 5.
Agenda 4 and 5. So let's publish this first thing in the morning. Anybody listening, please sign up. You can sign up for testimony an hour beforehand. You can submit written testimony. You don't even have to be on Zoom or show up in person, but taking money from the CBPA is a losing proposition and should not be part of the solution. But
Kip, they're not going to spend it all the first year, so why can't we just take it? And
because money always comes back around. It's not like, and they are going to fucking spend it.
They'll get it next year. It's fine.
They need a whole fucking office to be able to manage that effort.
We need to hire more cops.
Yeah, no, that's not even what this one's about.
No,
it's just stupid, right? But taking money from the interest from the Clean Energy Fund,
yeah,
that seems like a reasonable thing to do.
Well, they'll just get money again next year too. What are we gonna do?
Thursday, I'm just gonna, I want to make sure I'm getting the name of it right.
We don't need police accountability and we don't need a clean environment, but we do need some basketball and we need more security guards and we need more cops and we don't need housing solutions for people. We'll just keep shoving them around town.
That sounds about right.
And then everyone else will go, it's so sad that we have so much poverty. Anyway, let's go, drink.
Actually, that's a good plan for me too. Those of us that drink, I think that's totally reasonable.
But ideally, you do something else. You don't just go, what a shame, and then watch Love Island or some bullshit.
I want to go watch some Love Island.
Oh, please don't.
The Code Alignment Project CAP 2.0 resolution is coming up Thursday, July 16th, somewhere between 2 and 5 p.m. And that is to get some authority and ownership on changing policies and regulations around the permitting processes here in Portland.
'Cause they take too fucking long, and it's convoluted.
Convoluted, and because of our old bureau system, everybody has a piece of the pie. Everybody keeps saying, let's just smash them all together and that'll solve the problem. That didn't solve any problems. The problem is more technical as well
Oh,
as policy.
Walden, what are you doing?
He's thinking about the permitting process here in
He's
Portland.
cleaning his ass.
That's what I'm saying. He's thinking about the permitting process here in Portland, and that's his commentary. He's like, "God, you're gonna talk about that shit again? I'm just gonna clean my butt." Look at
Oh,
that stretch. He's like a trained
he's
member
like
of
a
the
hooker, just showing
Joffrey
his leg.
Ballet. Okay, we'll go with hooker. You're just gonna sit here for that. Yes, he is. He's just gonna
Yes.
sit here for that.
Let's just have this week just be Walden.
I do.
It's like, you don't need to listen to us necessarily, we just look at the cat.
Yeah, I wish I could zoom in, but that's not helpful having that there. That's my gotta disassemble the print head on my 3D printer jig thingy.
Hmm.
It's pretty fascinating, huh? Not really. But I did 3D print the jig thingy for the print head. Isn't that I love 3D printers. Anyway, hi.
Oh, hey!
Is that it? Is that now are we done?
Yeah, 8
Um,
minutes, let's go. I mean, it's just it's exhausting because we have some really amazing people on council. We have some amazing staff who work for the people on council. We have some folks who stay active, stay on top of this better than we do sometimes, who give amazing testimony, have come up with really good facts, and are really trying to move the needle somewhere that is better
yeah,
than here. And
yeah.
it just gets lost. It gets delayed. It gets convoluted. You get influence from, let's say, a PPA. You get influence from some business guy who doesn't even fucking live in Portland. You get all this shit. And then you get a mayor who is not necessarily, I'm just going to say, he actually doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit about the people here. He gives a shit about a certain interest of the people, but not necessarily about the everyday folks. Every business decision he's made, everything he's done, it has cut against everything he said in his campaign when he was running.
Pretty much, which is really disappointing.
But not surprising.
But not surprising because that seems to be par for the course. Haven't heard much from the mayor's office lately, since that really garbage newsletter statement about the Brooklyn tech bros
But,
that
Andrew
are
Hone is also from Brooklyn. How come he didn't get insulted?
is he a tech bro?
Oh, he's just, Portland Metro Chamber.
Yeah, poor
So some
that
Brooklyn
that
people are
Brooklyn
okay.
capitalists, of course, he's not gonna go after the capitalists.
So some Brooklyn people okay, some aren't. I personally do not own Andrew Hone, and I don't think other people in Brooklyn would want him back.
Yeah, Portland chamber. Still makes me think of the movie Star Chamber, where, it's sorta like Dirty Harry from a judicial standpoint, '70s movie where a bunch of politicians and federal judges and blah, blah, blah were tired of all the loopholes in law and people getting away with shit, both like, white collar crime and other types of crime, and they just send out edicts to say, "Hey, we're gonna hire a hitman and take these people out." And so every time I hear Portland Chamber, I think of extrajudicial offings of people. I
I
just
mean,
can't unhear it.
that's one way to solve a problem.
Yes. Okay. I mean, because you don't have Batman around to just run around and beat the fuck out of everybody, right? So, you have to hire a hitman, yeah, so there's that. I've got so much on my mind and none of it's healthy.
Well, I was ranting earlier today to a couple of friends about some stuff just because there was a personal thing that happened to me, and
Mm.
I don't think I'm gonna be friends with that person anymore now.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's been getting a little rougher, but basically for the last couple of months, communication has been breaking down, and I volunteer for the org that they're part of, and they had asked me to do something months ago, and I started doing it, and
Mm,
then there was no follow-up, which is just kind of how they operate. And then it turned out they had been talking to other lawyers and other people about the very thing I was working on. So I stopped. I was like, "Oh, I guess you've decided to go that way. I'm gonna stop putting energy into this. I'm not getting paid for
No.
this. I don't have time anymore anyway." And then last week they asked, like, "Hey, do you know a lawyer who knows A, B, and C?" And I was like, "Yes," but I also had been working on it, so I copy and pasted what I was working on into an email.
Oh.
And she wrote back and said, "Wow, did AI do this?"
Oh boy. Oh boy. That's a garbage thing to say.
Yeah, and I said, "No, I did it. You had asked me to start doing this, and then you moved on, so here's what I'd gotten so far." And then they were like, "Well, I just asked because, like, your email was really fast back to me." And it's like, "No, that was a passive fucking jab at my intelligence, and go fuck yourself."
Yeah, that's garbage. I'm sorry. Yeah, we've talked about this about volunteerism and fatigue. Excuse me, hang on one sec. This hot weather, something's bothering my breathing.
No,
And
July, August are really bad for allergies. My
and
eyes have been
kids
itchy.
kids breathing is overrated but still necessary. Breathing, not even one. No, wait, it's the other way around. Not breathing, not even once. Don't do drugs. No, do drugs, especially if it helps you breathe. Anyway, that's my PSA for the moment. Volunteer and activism fatigue is a real thing, and it's not like it's such a weird dichotomy. There's so many garbage fucking human beings on the other side of the spectrum, right?
Mhm,
Who are just hateful fucks. And their entire intent and the reason they have such good community of other people with their intent is because it's all hateful. It's easy to get on the same side of hate, right? When you're on the side of expanding rights and protecting rights and doing all these other things, you still have toxic motherfuckers in the mix. You still have people doing things for the wrong reasons. You still have ego and everything else. And it makes it even more disheartening because it's like there are a lot of people out there that are trying to do good the best they can. And it is all volunteer. Nobody's making money doing kind of activism kind of shit, right? It's volunteering time, effort, energy, mental, emotional, sometimes physical, and to have a couple people who are just kinda like, I don't know, jockeying for activism cred or whatever, mess it up for a whole bunch of other people is always really disheartening.
mhm.
And it's something that I struggle with a lot. I remove myself from a lot of different efforts because I see the ego problem being prevalent. I hear the word, "Oh, but the Rothschilds so much." I'm like, "Last name, motherfucker. Please go anti-Jewish, right?" Because, yeah, of course, Jews control everything. That's why I'm in the mix, because I can control it all. You're not at the meetings. You don't know what really happens. I fucking hate this shit. And I used to tolerate some of it and I tolerate none of it. So I focus on the areas that I know I can do good in, with people I know that I can organize with that are also trying to do good. And when it starts turning sour, I'll do what you do. I'm like, here's what I was working on. Have fun. The fact that you sit there and you're in this position and you're still like, oh, you're gonna have somebody else do this. Here's all the work that I did. You don't have to do that shit.
No, I don't, and the fact that she even forgot that she had asked me and never followed up and all this other stuff, it leads back to, well, how good a project manager are you? How good are you at your stuff? How good are you at remembering who you've asked to help you? How good are you at being able to move this forward when you can't even remember, like, who's been assigned what?
No, that's a problem.
Oh, it absolutely is, and
I'm
then,
sorry.
taking the stance of, "Oh, I didn't think that was an insult," and the final email was, "Well, I'm just gonna let all this go and not worry about anything you've said today." And that was the end of it. That was her final email to me. So it was one of those like, "I'm dismissing this because 'cause I'm uncomfortable. I didn't mean to insult you." And it's like, "But you did mean to insult me.
Yeah, and
What you
you
don't
did
like
it
is that I called it out and said that was insulting."
whether or not you meant to, you did.
Yes.
So there needs to be some accountability there.
Yeah,
Um,
and hi, I'm the shit I was working on was legal stuff.
Yeah.
So you're saying, hey, did AI do this? No, motherfucker. I have a fucking doctorate. I went to school for this. This is what I do.
Right.
It's not the field I'm normally in, but research is something I'm very good at. Digging deep is something I'm good at. Comparing things, counter arguing to get 3 steps ahead of you because it's a game of chess. And Portland's playing fucking checkers or marbles or whatever the fuck you do in this town, you know? And I'm thinking like, well, what's the other
Hungry,
side going to
hungry
say?
hippos.
Yeah, and it's like, what's the other side going to say? Okay, now how do we counter that? Now, how would they counter that counter? And how do we counter the counter to counter?
Yeah.
This is how you like work out your game plan. And this is also how sports do it. Like, that's why they have playbooks. This is like people think ahead. It's not just like, oh, get on the court and go,
They
oh,
strategize, yes.
oh my God forbid. But this is also why the conservative side, the right wing side, the side that has one issue to hate on can organize so well
Yeah.
because they actually have fucking playbooks. What do we have? We have everyone getting a diarrhea from eating lettuce, you fucking vegans. And what else? What else do we got? Oh, we got some bubbles in the park and we got some flying discs in a fucking metal basket. You want to throw shit in a basket? Go to Walmart and throw shit in a basket. Don't walk through the park with plastic frisbees. Go fuck yourselves, motherfuckers. I'm done.
I'm thinking about all the vegans that go to Taco Bell.
And
I'm
play
sure there
fucking
are
disc
some,
golf?
and play disc golf,
Yeah, go
yeah.
fuck yourselves.
Disc golf is I love Frisbee, I love Ultimate, I played in college. I could have been a contender.
Yeah, but if you
Uh,
want to throw shit in a
but
basket, I'll
but
take you to
but
Kroger.
but yeah, but disc golf, I just like, no. It just,
No,
like,
no,
no.
it's a disc golf and pickleball. Like, Jesus Christ, go do
It's like
something.
hacky sack. It's like,
How
just
about you clean yourself? God damn you fucking people. Wash your hair. God, you all look like you fell out of like a dumpster.
Yeah,
And you
please
all
wash
smell
your
like it too.
yeah. I mean, if you have access to actually clean yourself, you should.
Yes,
Yeah, because a lot of people don't and would love to swap places with you
100%.
and ignore your Frisbee golf game date just to
I'm
have
an
all the
environmentalist, but I'm going to buy a plastic fucking frisbee. Oh, okay.
I mean, to be fair, the hand-carved oak Frisbees break your fingers, so I'm still okay with people buying plastic Frisbees.
How about we make it with out of
But
metal blades? Keep throwing. Throw harder.
I
Throw it at somebody.
I think that was called lawn darts.
Let's bring those back.
Let's not.
Oh, I know you don't like dodgeball.
I'm not a fan of dodgeball. I'm not a
No, I
fan
am.
of
So let's bring back fucking lawn darts. And you know what?
lawn darts dodgeball, that sounds great.
Make them out of steel so that we're not using more plastics and blah 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 and all this other stuff. And like, yeah,
Yeah.
and meet you at Pier Park.
I'm glad one of us is an attorney because I have a feeling there's gonna be some kind of tort claim against this, episode or
That's
something.
fine. Maybe it's from the guy in Arkansas with the RQ of 72.
Or Marionberry torts are my favorite.
No, but these fucking people, get your shit together. You're walking around looking goofy. You look goofy. You look disheveled. You all smell like butter and salt. Get it together. Get your shit together and figure out your politics. Write to your council people. Do your fucking testimony and don't just go, oh no, we don't like this thing. And it's like, did you know it was on the agenda? No, I was busy doing what? Swimming in the river. Well, now you have a tail, don't you dumb shit?
To that point, Healthcare for All Oregon is on a new campaign also, and we'll put a link into that campaign. Because at the very least, even if you smell bad, you can click on something and sign a petition. I just wanna throw the Healthcare for All Oregon out there. So, trying to go a little more positive here. I don't know if that's working, but, Walden's done cleaning himself. He's like, you honestly, I'm just gonna go to bed now. I don't feel like bathing in public any longer." Nutritional yeast, that's what they smell
No,
like. They
fuck
smell like
that shit too.
nutritional.
That shit is nasty. I thought I was putting like some sort of cheddar cheese or something flavor
Yeah,
on my
at first
popcorn once, and
well,
it was
my
the
first
fucking
time for
nutritional yeast.
Laurelhurst.
Yes.
I'm like, "Oh, cool, Parmesan."
Yes.
I took one bite and I'm like,
And it's like, what is this? Did I just put bread on my pot? Like, what is this shit?
"It smells like dog feet." I mean, it's just like
Well, that's why the people in this town smell like feet.
yeah, well, because they eat popcorn with nutritional yeast. I have a
Yeah,
few
well, I
friends
mean,
that like it, so
good for
apologies
them.
in advance, but not a pleasant experience for me.
I mean, some people eat light bulbs. I mean, it's like good for you too. Like it's like just because you do doesn't mean I gotta.
Now I gotta see what the Jim Rose Circus is doing these days. Are they still out there?
Like you remember that show what was it on AMC called like My Strange Eating Obsession or this whatever the fuck it was, and it was people who ate weird things. One woman ate her couch. She literally pulled the stuffing out and ate it. Some other guy ate light bulbs. Great, you want to eat that? Cool. I don't need it in a little shaker at the theater.
I don't
Leave
think
that shit
Jim Rose
alone.
Circus is still around.
Well, probably not.
1991 is when it started. I've seen them a couple times over the year, but that's where I remember light bulb eating and heavy weights hanging
Oh
from the
yeah,
wall.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, yeah,
I used
um,
to go see the Coney Island Freak Show. And
yeah.
yeah, all that stuff. I did spend this weekend hanging out with a few people who ride motorcycles, this group that promotes motorcycle safety, and it was a fun dynamic because they were all these older, like 60 some odd white guys, right? Long beards, leather vest, the whole stereotype.
Mhm,
And then there's me. But and I'm sure our politics do not align on a lot of things, or they kind of like line up here, but then of course when you get a little more extreme, it doesn't. However, the one thing we were all talking about was the lack of motorcycle education in this city.
mhm.
In the sense that crossing the street, driving a car, do you realize motorcycles cannot stop on a dime like a car? You can't slam on your brakes. You'll go over the handlebars. Same with a bike. Do you understand if there's one little headlight coming at you, it could be a bicyclist, it could be a motorcyclist. Maybe you shouldn't
Right.
try and zip across the street because we're going to crash into your passenger side. And a lot of the accidents that we're seeing, it seems to be it's a driver who either is ignoring what that headlight is, doesn't care, or thinks they can make it because they can't judge the speed of the other vehicle, which is a motorcycle coming at them. So we're seeing, what, 5 motorcycle accidents in the last 5 weeks?
Yeah, a lot, yeah.
And of course, you look at the comments, which I hate doing on Facebook, and they're like, well, the motorcyclist must have been drunk, or he was lane splitting, or maybe he was high. And it's like, maybe the driver was on their fucking phone. You know,
Yeah.
maybe they were speeding, but at the same time, what were you doing? Were you driving defensively?
Right, right.
And it's like, man, that's gonna be me. I have been run off the road on 26, not because it was a bad driver, it was because he actually could tell I was a female and
Oh,
Asian. And
that's
when and as he was going into the lane at me, he pulled his eyes up and it was like, "Oh, you actually wanna take me out because 'cause I'm Asian. You fucking hate me.
I had,
Fuck you, Portland, and your racism."
there was a guy rolling coal yesterday in a '90s pickup,
By
whatever.
you?
Yeah, going up St. John's Bridge, approaching St. John's, and
Oh,
he was
Jesus.
trying to wedge everybody else out where the 2 lanes merge,
Yep.
and he got in front of me, and he blew black smoke at me, and I have my internal circulation on, and I have an EV. I have
Mhm.
instant torque, and he, like, floored it and, like, almost hit a couple cars and was, like, trying to get in front of some other cars, so these cars are moving out of the way, so what did I do? I floored it, got up right behind him, got him on my dash cam,
Mhm.
got him blowing smoke a couple more times, got him wedging himself and forcing somebody off to the side of the road to get in front of them. So, yeah, that's not only going to be a report with the Oregon State Police, but, also, I'm gonna post that fucking bastard
You
with
should.
his look. He's gotta be a local, he looks like a local, so
Maybe a
but
local or somebody who comes back and forth from, like, Scappoose or something.
yeah, he was coming from the Portland direction, but anyway,
Oh, okay.
it could be from the outer reaches, but, fuck these people.
Yeah,
They
what the
want
fuck?
to mess with other people's lives. They're going to hopefully have somebody knock on their door and say, "Hi, is the owner of this vehicle home?" We
But
have
also,
video
do you
evidence
realize
of
doing these things, you could actually kill somebody?
yeah, exactly. He forced somebody off the fucking road because he wanted to go before them on the bridge.
Mhm. But also rolling the black smoke and things like that. What if
Oh, yeah.
somebody, you know panicked in a different way and
I'm
didn't
also
break.
I'm also gonna file a report with DEQ on him
You
because you
know,
wanna know something? I've got a lot of free time on my hands, and fuck that motherfucker. No, I don't have a lot of free time, but I will make time for this special human being in his sad ass truck.
should we send him some soap too? Well, I
Some
mean,
soap.
he probably needs a shower.
He probably he no, fuck him. I don't think
Wait,
I'd
wait, let's send him some of the
I'm not
lettuce. Let's
I'm
send
not
him a salad. Let's send him a
he
salad.
probably already has the shits. I probably Taco
Wow.
Bell's probably his, go-to for eating fancy I can't even make a joke about Taco Bell. It's just kinda like it's, objectively not great. And it's like, "I'm
No,
gonna honey, let's eat international tonight. Let's go to the border.
let's go to Taco Bell.
Let's get the runs at the border."
I'll get you a crunch wrap.
I'll make a guilty confession. Remember back in the late '90s, early 2000s, Taco Bell, you can get the little Chihuahua dogs that have little stuffed animal, chihuahuas,
Yes.
and if you press them, they said the Taco Bell phrases,
Yo quiero
and
taco something like yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah, "Viva la Crunch Wrap," or something like that was
something
one of
like
them.
that. Yeah.
I still have like 3 or 4 of them, and one of them still works. And like, pulled it out of a box, and my kid was like I was like, "Oh, check this out," and I hit it, and it's like something Kara Taco Bell, right?
Uh-huh.
You know? And my kid's like, "That's really racist," and I'm like, Yeah,
Yeah.
but look, the little chihuahua talks, and I feel bad that I still have it." So that's
Well,
my
I
I mean,
mean,
I don't feel like it's not racist, it's jingoistic.
but you know what? A lot of people ran around saying that, Speedy Gonzalez was racist. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
And
well,
it turned out that a lot of the people who were saying that Speedy Gonzalez was racist was a lot of white people,
a
and a
lot
lot
of
of
white
people who were
people
non-white said, "Leave it because it's representation," and honestly, he's fucking funny and we're not offended,
is
so
funny and look at him running circles around all the white people.
exactly.
Yeah,
So it's like,
literally.
the people who think that things should be politically correct tend to
Oh,
be white people who, when they do these things and then say like, "This is not okay, that's not okay," and it's like, "Oh, but you're actually
yeah,
now doing benevolent racism." So can we talk
yeah,
about it,
yeah,
So it's like, "Just shut the fuck up."
yeah, let's that's a perfect response. There
Like,
was
"Dear Portland, shut the fuck up."
somebody in St. John's had reported that I forget what establishment out front of, but somebody grabbed a spray can that the owner of an establishment was using, to paint trim and painted 2 swastikas on one of the newspaper things, I think it was,
Mhm.
and, made a report to Portland police, and, of course, nobody's responded yet, but they did call the non-emergency line, and at least the person at 311 was extremely sympathetic, but they wanna file a formal report, and they haven't gotten a response yet, but
Hmm.
I've seen plenty of swastikas around town, and it's another reminder that there's just a lot of garbage fucking people out there. It's probably
Yep.
the dude that was rolling coal,
Oh, it might be. Or
ran
his
out of gas in St. John's and just decided to start
his
pinning
fr
swastikas
or
everywhere,
one of his friends or something.
you know?
Yeah, no, that used to happen in Old Town. A number of murals you would see, somebody would just find, like, a nice little line and then add on to it and just
You
be like and it was like, "You're a chicken shit motherfucker."
Oh, they just spray 'em on the buildings up on Northwest 23rd when I was living out that way, and
Yeah.
my roommate's kid had a meltdown over it because 'cause he'd never seen, swastikas. He was coming home from junior high or high school, I forget, and when he got home, he was crying. I'm like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Somebody painted swastikas all up and down, the street," and I'm like, it's scary and it's fucking horrible, and
Mhm.
it's also a reality that we have to live with. So I know you're upset about it, but the question is, what are we gonna do about it, right?
Yep.
First of all, let's go report it, and let's make sure that when we talk to our friends and somebody says something shitty about another person, you speak up about it and say, "That's not fucking okay."
Mhm.
And,
Yep.
hopefully that was some decent housemate parenting I did that day, right? But, I didn't know what to tell this, 14, 15-year-old kid. other than this is scary and we don't put up with it.
No, but, when my freshman year in college, I went to college in
Okay,
upstate New
good.
York. I went to Fredonia. It's 40 miles south of Buffalo. And freshman year, somebody burned a cross on the campus because it was the first year in which the diversity numbers had gone up a little bit. It's mostly a theater music school, but so you get folks from New York City and Long Island, and you get kids who were queer and black and Latino and Asian and everything else from the city. And this was the first year where it was like, yay, more diversity. And somebody in Dunkirk or Fredonia or somewhere was like, fuck you, and put a cross on there. And it was like, wow, the tennis courts are burning. And it was like, that was the first time I saw that, but it was like, yep, this is the reality. The Holocaust was not that long ago. There were women and men in my apartment building in Brooklyn who had the tattoo of the numbers,
Yeah, yeah,
some of the last living folks. And there's a whole generation now behind us, Kip, that don't believe the Holocaust happened
yeah, I know.
or that it was made up. And they also think that AIDS was a government crafted bull. Like they're buying into the fucking propaganda.
Yeah, I think Google on the Internet's made people much stupider,
Mm-hmm.
but I do wanna go back to Fredonia for a moment because I keep forgetting to mention this, but you're familiar with the Marx Brothers movie
Fredonia,
Ducks 2?
yes, of course.
Yeah, Fredonia was the fictional country in the movie, and apparently the town of Fredonia was angry at Groucho and his brothers, and, kinda fucking I mean, how awesome is that?
Well, and
Anyway.
also, Fredonia, Dunkirk, Jamestown is where 10,000 Maniacs are from. Hello, cat.
Alright. It is the cat pro man, that is a chonky boy.
He's a big guy.
He is a big guy.
He's
Hi,
actually, for
Creeper.
a white cat, he's very, very big. He should not white cats tend to be small. He's a
How
he's a 16 pounder.
16-pounder, Walden's just 12 pounds.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Hi,
He went
sweet
to the
pea.
vet today. He got his booster shots. He's a little
Aw.
drugged. I gave him some gabapentin.
Yeah, Walden needs to get
Why
his
are you
boosters.
here? Do you want to say something? You look pissed.
He's like, "I've got a fucking kvetch, my ass hurts, and I'm drugged."
He is drugged. He doesn't usually look that sleepy.
Yeah, he's like, I don't like this, but I don't
You're
have
not
any
supposed to
energy."
be on the
Alright, well, this is another fucking weird one.
Yeah, but
No, I like 'em weird. We would really like to hear from y'all about should we dedicate a whole episode to the Muppets or to horror stories? If you have a dating
somebody write into us and give us
yeah,
something to read too. Like if you got
give
a
us some
bitch,
dating horror stories that we can
yeah, or if
share
you
out
got something
there.
to bitch about, tell us, we'll read it because we can't be the only ones who think this city's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah, if you got a kvetch, if we're not kvetching your kvetch itch.
He's back onto the chair now.
Aw, Bunny.
So,
Bunny.
do you have something to
Aw,
complain about?
feed me.
Okay. Are you
Yeah, if you
purring?
got a kvetch that we're not covering, if you wanna hear more dating horror stories, if you wanna hear us talk more about the Muppets and Supergirl, let us know. Also, we do have a new mug style,
Oh, we
the Frog Tifa, No Hope Without Hop, and on the back, Ribbit, Resist, Repeat, Progress Portland. You can have your very own mug for I don't know, 15 bucks plus, shipping handling. If you're in Portland, I'll drop it off to you. If you don't like the show and you still want a mug and you want me to just throw it at you, I could do that too.
It's also
Not that I would
15 bucks.
still 15 bucks, so
Yes.
I'm just saying.
I will end this on a good note though.
Yes, please.
I went to go see the new documentary that's out about Mary Oliver, the poet.
Oh, wow, okay.
And it's very well done. They dug in nicely about her past. It's very
Where
funny.
was that at?
It was at the Tomorrow Theater down on Division, and
Okay,
it was only one showing and it was sold out. They added a second one for August, and it's also sold out.
bastard.
So, you either see it or you don't. But I didn't know a whole lot about her life. So when you learn more, you understand like why she found connecting with Provincetown and nature so important to her and so core to who she was for most of her poems.
Yeah.
And then, who she hung out with and stuff. And of course, the biography is so funny. The people who write your biography, the people who study your work, and the people who interpret who you are and stuff, they try and present you cleanly. And not to say that they won't talk about like any shitty childhood stuff you had, or if you had a drinking problem, which she
Right.
did, or if she smoked like a chimney, which she did. However, they won't always tell you the brass tacks. So John Waters is in it because he worked with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and at one point, one of the biographers is like, "Oh, and Mary went to church a lot after her partner Molly died, and that didn't seem to work. And then she drank a lot. She was mourning and stuff like that." And John Waters is like, "She went to church because she had the fucking hots for the priest."
That's that's
It's like,
awesome.
she wasn't finding God. She thought that lady was hot.
That's fucking hysterical.
And it's like,
It
that's the bio you want, right?
it looks like it's gonna be available on PBS, August 25th.
Okay, good. So if
So,
you can't catch it anywhere else, then at least you
yeah,
can watch it on
yeah.
PBS. It's
No,
very well done.
I love Mary
Stephen Colbert's
Oliver.
in it.
I love the few things I know about her. I didn't know that she was trying to get with a priest, the pastor,
I don't,
whatever the title is.
I don't think
But,
anyone's supposed to know.
what's his face? Jeff Goldblum shared a story about Sam Neill,
Oh yeah.
about Sam Neill just passing away, and Sam Neill saying that he and his family had the opportunity to meet, the royal family back in the '90s, I guess, or something.
Hmm.
That he keeps telling the story about how they went to eat just before meeting up, and his son was like, "Dad, I can't help myself," and then farts really loudly and badly, and it's just drifting towards the royals. And someone is like, "I can't believe you tell that story about your son." And Jeff Goldblum goes, "Can't believe he's still trying to blame his son for that." And I was like, "Damn, that's what you're gonna pull out after he's just passed away again." Fucking love it. I love how universally loved he was, and it's just a
Oh
fucking
no, he
funny
was so
story.
good. Yeah, but
Yeah.
like it is very funny when you get somebody who's like, "No, I'm going to tell the truth about this person." Like they're still a
Yeah, yeah,
wonderful person. They wrote beautiful poems. They had a very hard childhood, but they found somebody who fiercely protected them as an adult
yeah,
and loved them hard. And
yeah,
from the outside, Molly probably looked like a controlling bitch.
yeah,
But in their house, it was like, oh, she was the one who saw that there was still this scared little kid and took care of her, which is very
yeah,
beautiful. And then you have
yeah.
John Waters, who's like, oh, after Molly died, she was like, that priest is
That was just
Jesus Christ, man. And they showed a picture of him as a
oh,
young guy. And I didn't realize that he's had that little pencil mustache
oh,
forever.
yeah.
I did not realize that. Well, because I've never seen pictures of him when he was young. So I was like, oh my God.
Well, I mean,
It's like, was
no,
he
no,
born with it?
pretty much, yeah, I think so. I mean, well, and wanting to bang a priest. I mean, what are you going to do with your one wild and precious life, right? You're going to keep living it and embrace it, hopefully.
Yeah.
Her poetry reduces me to tears. Listening to her talk about her partner's passing has reduced me to tears. She's just
Hmm.
such an extraordinary person, and I'm looking forward to the documentary. Yeah,
Yeah, I liked it better than the one about Andrea Gibson. I mean, I liked Andrea Gibson's documentary, but I like Mary
that
Oliver better.
was that was tough, but it was a journey
Mhm.
for
Yeah,
sure.
that's yeah. I mean, the thing about Mary Oliver that I like the most is that she was one of the few female beat poets, and of course, she was ignored like all the other female beat poets, but she adored Walt Whitman as much as I do.
Mm,
So when they talk about that part, it's like, yeah, I know that poem. Yeah, I know that. I know the feeling. I know the visual. I know the imagery. I get it because, like, I have gone through 3 copies of Leaves of Grass because I've worn them out and broke the bindings.
yeah. Whit
So it's like when you
Whitney
find
was
somebody else who has
yeah,
the same thing, it's like, this is great. But highly recommend you see it. It was very good. Definitely there are parts you're gonna cry.
cool.
Absolutely. But it's lovely.
Well, that's a
And
good
I
note
don't
to end
use
on.
the word lovely often.
No, you don't. You ever.
No, I use the word motherfucker a lot.
You do,
And I do.
which in my book is lovely, but
Yeah. So, all right. That's enough of that shit.
alright, I'll talk to you later, Kat,
All
be
right.
good.
Bye.
Progress Portland is also on Facebook and Instagram, and we have event listings and updates on our website, progressportland.org. There's a content form on our website if you'd like to help out or have questions or comments. Our theme music is by the Portland band Help Me